Hey y'all, how are you doing? I've decided to go live in my readings of the souls of Black folk because it's just so rich. So I'm in chapter 8. So I'm going to read the things that stood out to me about chapter 8. The chapter is coming from, the title is Of the Quest of Golden Fleece. And so Golden Fleece is cotton. And Dr. Du Bois is talking about 1890 South, the 1890 South. So I'm just going to read some of the things that stood out to me. So, first, um, yet how little we really know of the millions. So he's talking about the Negro, how little we know about the millions. He says the keynote of the Black Belt, which is the Black South, is debt. The keynote is debt. Okay. Here's another thing that stood out to me. The majority live in dirty, dilapidated, smelly, of eating and sleeping, poorly ventilated, and anything but homes. All right, he's talking about where many people in the Black South live. This is 1890. All right, this stood out to me a lot. This one. Um, the average size of Negro families have undoubtedly decreased since the war, primarily from economic stress. In Russia, over a third of the bridegrooms and over half of the brides are under 20. The same are true of the antebellum. Today, however, very few of the boys and less than a fifth of the Negro girls under 20 are married. This is 1890 South. Okay. The young men marry between ages 20 to 35, the young women 20 to 30. Such a postponement is due to the difficulty of earning sufficient to rear and support a family. So anyway, I'm not going to make any comments. I like y'all to make comments in the comment section. Too many cases, quarrels, a roving spirit, a rival suitor, or perhaps more frequently, the hopeless battle to support a family leads to separation, and a broken household is a result. 1890 Southern African Americans. Okay. All right. Nevertheless, the evil is deep seated, and only the general raising of the standard of living will finally cure it. This is W.E.B. Du Bois speaking. This is chapter 8. Here's another one that stood out to me. A black stranger in Baker County, Georgia, for instance, is liable to be stopped anywhere on the public highway and made to state his business to the satisfaction of any white interrogator. This is 1890 South. That's as far as I highlighted. But he goes on basically to say that uh, many people in the South, African Americans, are getting arrested and losing their 13th Amendment right and ultimately becoming uh, slaves again. And he basically says the economics is one of the major issues that are hurting African Americans. They basically have gone from slave to sharecropper to tenant with great debt, and it's ruining their families. 1890 sounds very familiar to today. I'll come back tomorrow. I'll be reading for the next week The Souls of Black Folk. I'm finishing the book in a week. All right. Thanks for watching.